What's up, guys? It's me, Ronnie Zamora, and today I'm gonna be reading The Truth Behind Recess, a Disney cartoon from the late 1990s. So let's get started, shall we? Third Street School was built after World War. Third Street School was built after World War One. TJ was among the first few students to attend. He was always proven to be the strongest leader, running for fourth grade president in 1928, a year before the Great Depression began. However, the current principal at the time was making budget cuts on certain lunch items, attempting to lead a revolt. TJ was hit by an ice cream truck during the student walkout in 1929. TJ's spirit still lives on through the playground, teaching kids how to stand up for themselves. Mikey soon transferred to the school after TJ's death, starting first grade in the 1929 to 1930 school year. Mikey was always hungry, demanding food. However, he was a kind and gentle person, causing no harm to other students around him. In 1931, he was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. Feeling depressed, he ate an insane amount of chocolate bars to cope with his disease. He went into a diabetic coma in 1932 and died later that year of a heart attack at the age of 10. Mikey still walks in the playground, fat and hungry as ever. Spinelli began attending in 1933, a school year after Mikey's death, always trying to act a tough one. Spinelli would converse with the ghosts of TJ and Mikey and share with them her experiences. Spinelli died in a fight in 1936 during her second repeated fourth grade year. She now hangs with the rest of the gang, acting as the group's bodyguard. Randall started at Third Street School in 1944. Dreams of being a reporter. He often worked as a muckraker of the school principal. Despised by the gang, especially Spinelli, Randall caught a random bystander beating up a tiny second grader in 1946 and told the principal, a newer one, furious. The bystander killed Randall with a gun in his house a few nights later. He was struck in the head and killed instantly. Randall is still known as the Third Street's best snitch. Gus began school in 1951. He was often quiet and kept to himself. He conversed with TJ, Mikey, and Spinelli a lot. As the ghosts were his only friends. He was often targeted by playground bullies. One fateful night in 1953, Gus was walking home from school in tears and covered in dirt and blood. He was beaten by neighborhood bullies the previous day and his parents forgot to pick him up. Gus collapsed on the sidewalk in front of his house and he was turning to walk towards the front door. He died on New Year's Day, 1954. Gus is viewed as the nerdy of the group, often keeping to himself and avoiding the dirt and filth. When the Tylers began school in 1958, the Ashleys were already in the school, living the dream as top-notch fourth graders. Both groups were often despised by the rest of the kids on the playground. One night, while the girls were having a sleepover and the boys were having a gentleman's sleepover, both coexisting that night, a serial killer broke into the Armbruster mansion and murdered the Armbruster children, Quinlan children, Tomasia children, and the Bullock children. The killer was captured by police in early 1959. The Ashleys and the Tylers still roaming on the playground, acting like a big people on campus. Gretch Gretchen came to 3rd Street in 1962. She was shown as the intelligent one of the group, winning the science award every year until Becky Benson stole her project in 1965. Gretchen went home that day in a mad rampage. In her rage, she committed suicide by gunshots to the head. She's still the more intelligent of the ghosts in the group, and is even willing to tutor her friends when the time calls for it. Diggers Sam and Dave attend 3rd Street School a while after Gretchen's death. Beginning in 1968, both boys were interested in digging. In the summer of 1971, they were caved in while exploring a coal mine. They never got out and died 2 weeks later after being trapped. They dig near the playground, afraid that digging outside school grounds will cause them to lose their lives in the afterlife. Vince, who was the last to join the gang, attended the school in 1978, just as the disco 70s were coming to a close. Vince worked on his basketball career, often dreaming of being in the NBA, inspired by famous NBA stars of that time. One day in 1982, he tripped and broke his leg and was told he wouldn't be able to play basketball anymore. Devastated by this, Vince attempted to take his own life in 1983. As a result, he was sent to an insane asylum, where he died in 1988. Vince plays a wide variety of sports in the afterlife. As a protagonist, Gang of the Ghosts was finally completed upon Vince's death. King Bob is known as the King of the Playground. After winning class president of the 4th grade in 1991, King Bob was always a fair ruler. After going crazy with power, the 4th grade body led a coup. King Bob was not allowed to run for class president during the 1992 to 1993 school year. As a result, he murdered the entire student body in one night by breaking into their houses and stabbing them to death. He was sent to juvenile detention in fall 1995 and stayed there until he was killed by another prisoner in 2001 at a 5th Street Corrections faculty at the age of 20. Due to the tragedies caused by the 3rd Street School playground, the school was shut down and deserted in the summer of 2002, the last class of the 5th graders leaving in 2001, on the 74th anniversary of TJ's death. However, this event did not affect the school playground nor its current residents. The ghosts of the fallen children still frolic and play on the playground of the 3rd Street School as if it never shut down. I hope you guys enjoy this. This is Ronnie Zamora signing off. Bye!